G'day guys, StrayMan here for another installment of StrayMan TV. Today I just thought I might take the opportunity to show you guys how to build a simple spring trap. It's very easy, very simple trap, very effective trap. Can come in handy to catch things like, say, like smaller rodents like rabbits, ducks, bush turkeys, possibly even foxes if you build it just a little bit stronger than what I'm going to show you today. It can be built at any sort of scale, this particular trap. So depending on what part of the world you're in is what sort of smaller rodent type mammals that you might look at catching with this trap. Anyway guys, going to get to it, so stay tuned. Right guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is look for a game trail. So game trail is quite easy to spot. Generally you just walk along the edge of the bushland or the taller grass and you'll definitely be able to see things like flattened grass or animal droppings, things like that. So let's go have a look. Righto guys, so I've found a game trail here. If you can see, a bit hard in the camera, but you can see the flattened grass here sort of runs down into the bush that way. Get a bit lower, and in here I found some rabbit droppings. Generally I would look for ones that are a bit more fresh than that, but for video purposes this is a perfect little game trail for this trap. Alright guys, so we're going to need a few different sticks in order to set this trap. Here I've made a base stick that's going to go into the ground like so. I've used my knife to notch out a little notch here. You can see that. That's for the trigger stick to go in. Here we have the trigger stick. I've sharpened one end of the trigger stick in order to put a bait piece on. You might want to use, depending on what you're trying to catch, you might want to use a piece of fruit, some sort of fauna that the animals in the area like to eat, anything like that. And on the other end, I've made a little notch like this, just using a knife to go into the base stick. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, by the way, two other sticks here, just going to be used to hold the trap together. This is pretty much all you need. Oh, one more stick. This stick here is a spring stick. It's going to be used to capture the prey. Alright guys, so I need to make a form of lasso to capture the animal's foot. Now I'm lucky enough to have some intertwined vines here in the area I'm in, so I don't really need to go and process any sort of cordage. I can use these, they're pretty strong, pretty good. So I'll go ahead and make that and stay tuned and see how the trap works. Righto, so we've got our game trail running through here. There's the trap set up on the left. So basically how it operates is you've got your base stick at the back here. You've got your trigger stick which sits in the notch. You only want it just in there. Runs out to the end where you'll have your bait through your A-frame that holds it together. You've got your lasso here on the ground. Runs back up to your bait stick and up to your trigger. So when a little animal goes running down here and sees a piece of bait there and goes, "Oh, what's that?" It'll be standing right there in that lasso. When he puts his little paws up there, he's going to trigger it off and end up hanging in the air. Right, I'll give you a look at how it works now. Righto guys, so basically you've got your bait here on the end. Animal comes trotting through here, stands right in that lasso. Bloody flies are bad. Puts his little paws up here, tries to get the bait, and bam! He's hanging in the air. You come in the next day, when he's got a bit of weight on there, and that's going to tighten in on him. Ideally you might use a longer stick or even a tree, if you can find a nice skinny flexible tree in the area where you've got your animal tracks. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll put it all together. I'll show you guys how it actually works. So to set the trigger, you want to come in through the back. And like I said, you only want it just in the notch there. Get your lasso, stick it where the little critter's going to be standing. He comes running along here, stands in there, puts his little paws up, bam! Alright guys, so that concludes today's escapades. Stuck a little bit of orange on here, as you can see. Rabbits around here bloody love it, so if we catch anything, you'll see that on our Instagram page tomorrow. So yeah, follow us on Instagram. You can check us out on Facebook too. If you got any value out of this video, please share it for your mates, that'll be appreciated. And subscribe to our channel. Until then, stay safe in the bush. Knowledge is power.